Hello, welcome to Swiss Watchcam. Welcome to another video where I'm going to show you a new watch and a new brand. We are here with Stefan von Gunten. Hello Stefan, how are you doing?
Hello Marco, very well, and you?
Awesome, I'm really good. Today I'm going to see something very special that you created, so I'm excited for this. We're in the beautiful Beau Rivage Hotel here in Geneva. Obviously a nice location, perfect for this watch. So Stefan, tell us, what brings us here today? How did you decide to start a watch brand?
So I'm an engineer, watchmaking engineer from Le Locle in Switzerland. And I work for different companies like Patek Philippe, Julius Nardin, Girard Perregaux. And now I think it's time for me to start my brand.
Yeah.
And because I come from an engineer and a watchmaker's family, I read an article about my family and I found something very nice about the Hebdomas watch, which is a 8-day power reserve watch made by my great-great-grandfather, Irénée Aubry. So he was the inventor of that watch. It was a huge production as well. They were producing about 1,000 watches per day with 1,000 workers in La Chaux-de-Fonds. In Neuchâtel.
That's a lot. Huh?
And beside that, he made a very special one, a masterpiece. That was a gift for the Pope.
Yeah.
We called that watch the Pope watch in my family, and it had a power reserve of 40 days.
Wow.
And during the COVID period, I read an article about that watch, and that was the inspiration for me. I thought maybe if he was able to produce this kind, to create this kind of watches at his time in 1888. I thought, okay, let's do it on a wristwatch. And this is where the idea came from. And I started to set some conditions, some specification. And I thought, okay, it could be nice to have a wearable watch with 1,000 hours of power reserve using a tourbillon. That's the result, yeah? So it's a 1,000 hour power reserve tourbillon watch with a huge barrel inside.
Yeah.
The barrel is...
I bet, yeah.
the barrel spring, I mean. The barrel spring is 3 meters long and it has a huge torque with 30 turns. So it's probably one of the longest, even the longest mainspring into a wristwatch.
So how do you wind it? Via the crown or what did you figure out there?
Good question. You have to wind it thanks to the bezel.
Oh, wow.
Because otherwise you would not have enough torque in your hands, in your fingers, using the crown. So you have to wind it thanks to the bezel.
It's also quicker.
It's also quicker because it needs about 60 turns to fully rewind the watch. And if we did that thanks to the crown, we would need about 500 or 1,000 turns.
Yeah, 2 days.
2 days, yeah, let's say. So
Beautiful.
it's on the back side of the watch, you see the cover of the barrel, and the barrel is really in between, so in between the main plate and the cover.
Yeah.
And that was a good thing also to use the back of the side for the power reserve indicator. So this big disc here on the back side is the power reserve indicator.
So now it's between 800 and 900 hours, huh?
Right. So it goes from 0 to 1,000.
Damn. That's a lot of power reserve, eh? And it's also beautifully decorated. So do you work with a team or how did you set up the whole production now?
So it's not a real production, it's more a craftsmanship and artisan work. So somebody is working with me for the finishing of the parts. My cousin assembles the movement and the watches. So it's like a family affair.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's beautiful. And I love the type of decorations you chose also on the case back. So to explain us the front side, what are we looking at here?
The front side has some complex touch. For example, to rewind the watch, you have to imagine that's the center of the watch here with the shaft of the mainspring.
Yeah.
And there is a differential here because we have to go in both directions. So if my hand is the bezel, I'm winding the mainspring like an old clock.
Yeah.
So the ratchet here turns in the clockwise direction, and if I release it, it will change its direction and turn anti-clockwise, and this will give the power to the tourbillon.
Okay, nice. So we have a tourbillon at 6 o'clock. It's a 1 minute tourbillon or faster, or what did you do there?
It's a 1 minute tourbillon, 2.5 Hertz. There are some tricks because I wanted to keep it quite thin, so the case is only 12 millimeters thick. And there is a pinion, a transmission wheel that goes below the dial because I wanted the tourbillon coming out of the dial.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, the dial is flat. Is it lacquered or what's the?
It's a white enamel dial, so it's a gold plate that we open worked. and then we add different layers of enamel, 18 times in this case, and at the end we have to polish the little lines around the hole, the open work, in order to polish the gold, because otherwise if it goes in the oven it oxidizes, becomes black, so we have to polish it.
Beautiful. It's very 3D looking as well in the middle part here. So why is there a column here at 2 o'clock?
The column is for the time setting. So you have a pusher at 2 o'clock. You push once, it will allow you to set the time. And you push a second time, and then you are in the normal mode.
Okay.
So it's we say in French a selector de fonction.
Function selector. Function selector. Very cool. And what's this spring here coming out of the crown on the dial?
That's the stem to set the time. So because from the crown you have to go to the middle, and this is why I've decided to show it in between of the dial, because it was an interesting part, and to be honest, it was impossible to hide it below the dial. So I've decided, okay, let's show it.
Awesome. And also I love the symmetry on the dial as well.
Exact.
What does the name mean?
Haute Rive. Haute Rive was the workshop of Irénée Aubry, my great-father.
Nice.
And I thought it was a nice tribute to him, so I kept the name. Haute Rive. It's close to the Lake Neuchâtel, and it's a nice place. This is a place where he had his workshop, and because it was a small workshop, I'm a small brand, niche brand, everything was going together, and that is why I decided to keep that name.
And this comes in 2 variations. We have the gold version here with the beautiful white dial, and what else we have?
This one pays tribute to the old piece,
the classic,
masterpiece, plus the other one in a white gold case with a black enamel dial.
Very cool as well. Black enamel is something you don't see that much. It's also very hard to do, huh? This is badass.
And on the back of the watch, the colors matches the rest of the case and of the dial, of course.
So what's the production numbers, the pricing if somebody's interested to buy something like this?
The production will remain very small because we are artisans, so we will produce about 1 watch per month, so 10 to 12 watches per year. And the price is 148,000 Swiss francs for each color. And
what's your ambition for the future? I know you just launched this watch, but what drives you? What type of complications you want to go into?
I'm an engineer, so I'm always looking for how to improve the watches or how to find a new display for the user. And these 2 models are the one I call honoris, because they pay tribute to the past. But I will probably come with more modern models in the future.
Beautiful. Stefan, listen, thank you so much for having us here to show all the watches to my audience. If you guys have some questions, just leave a comment down below, and also follow them on their journey. I'm gonna put all the links in the video description. And listen, I can't wait for you to make something even crazier, because I'm sure you as an engineer have amazing ideas in your head. I wish you all the best on the new journey. And guys, leave a like and subscribe. And as always, I see you soon.